Hi, I'm Betty McCracken. I work for the Monacan Soil and Water Conservation District as a conservation specialist. We work with Powhatan and Goochland counties, and we are named for the Monacan tribe that lived in eastern Powhatan. I'm here to talk to you today about soil. Seems kind of boring. It's hard to observe because it's under our feet, but you should take a little magnifying glass sometimes and just take a handful of soil and look in it. You might be really surprised at what you see in there. Soil is the basis for all of our ecosystems, and there's soil support life underground. There are a lot of organisms that live underground. If you took 1 teaspoon of soil and were able to look at the microorganisms, you'd find more than 1 billion organisms in that 1 teaspoon of healthy soil. It's very important for us to keep our soil healthy because a lot of our food comes from soils. So when we eat animals that eat plants that come from the ground, we want the plants to be healthy. We want the plants to be healthy that we buy in the grocery store, so all healthy plants come from healthy soil. Do you think you've eaten any soil lately? I bet you have. Have you looked at this poster closely? Look at the earth. And the bottom of the bun and the top of the bun of this cheeseburger encompasses, there are all kinds of things in here. Wheat comes from the earth, and that helps to make us bread. And we have lettuce and tomato that come directly from gardens. There's cheese. Do you have any idea where cheese comes from? It comes from milk. And milk comes from a cow or a goat or sheep. And what do they eat? They eat plants. We want the plants to be healthy so we can have good tasting cheese. How about the hamburger? That's meat itself, right? So we eat animals that eat plants. So yes, I would say you have eaten soil every day. Soil is an amazing substance. These are all the kinds of activity that go on underground as far as organisms are concerned. There are earthworms. Earthworms are great for soil. If you find earthworms in soil, they're wonderful. They create tunnels. They have a glue on their body that they leave behind on soil as they slither through the soil, and it helps hold the soil together so it doesn't erode away. And do you know that word, erode? That means to transport soil away. We don't like erosion. Erosion is bad. We don't want soil to go in places where it doesn't belong. So back to the poster, we have, there's a big chipmunk underground. There are spiders and there's mice, all kinds of organisms underground. And there's even little microscopic things called nematodes. There's fungi underground, bacteria, arthropods, and they're all churning up the soil to keep it healthy. The burrows help get air in the ground. It helps allow water to travel down through the ground. And so there are several components of soil. Soil is made up of several things, namely rock pieces, air, water, and organic matter. We call the organic matter humus. There are several sizes of rock pieces underground. There's clay and silt. I usually put them together, classify them together because they are microscopic in size. They're about the size of the flour that you use in the kitchen to make pancakes or biscuits. You cannot see one piece of silt or clay by itself. And then sand, you know what size sand is. You can hold a piece of sand between your fingers. And then there are other sizes of rock pieces underground too. Gravel is a size of rock. A pebble is a size of rock. Boulder is a size of rock. So there are all kinds of sizes of rocks underground. Humus is the organic matter in soil, and it's made up of, I like to say, the dead, the deader, and the deadest. Dead leaves like grass blades or dead ants or anything organic that decomposes, and all these things underground are helping to decompose that material, and as it decomposes further and further, it turns into this dark color that shows the fertility of the soil. Now there are layers of soil too. There are layers of topsoil, subsoil, and bedrock. Sometimes people call those the A, B, and C horizon. Horizon means layers. We're going to make something, and you can do this at home. We're going to make a quick, easy soil profile. This is the side view of looking down in the ground. You can see the topsoil, you can see the subsoil, and you can see bedrock. Bedrock is what it sounds like. It's very dense, consolidated, whole rock, deep, deep, deep down in the ground. Over time, bedrock is changed by weather events and also organic activity, and it begins to break up where plant roots help. Plant roots can get into the subsoil, but notice it's a different color. Then the topsoil is the best. That's what we like. That's where we grow our food. That's what we like the best because we live up here. So we're going to make, when you look at this column in this order, it's called a soil profile. We're going to make a quick soil profile, and you can do this at home with a jar, or I have these tubes. Now, if I was coming into your classroom, you could each make one of these tubes and have it. I even have stickers that you can use to put on there. But of course, you would put in the bedrock in the bottom. So I have a little cup. Now, this isn't real bedrock, but it mimics what bedrock would be. So we're going to use that, and we're going to fill up our tube. And we're going to do about a third and a third and a third of the bedrock, the subsoil, and the topsoil. So we've got our bedrock down in there, and that represents the solid rock. Then we're going to put the B, or the subsoil, in there. And you'll see this is real subsoil from a real farm. And it's different in color. And it's got a lot of clay in it. It's hard. A lot of plant roots don't go down into the subsoil. There's not a lot of nutrients